when did you get your first big break? Now you had mentioned you had connected with Motown. I mean, that's like the greatest black music label ever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Actually, it was about, again, me doing talent shows. I stayed persistent, man. So about 2 o'clock in the morning, 2:30 in the morning, one of my mother's friends gave her a call because my mother was very instrumental in my career too. She was at all of my talent shows. People hated to see us coming because she had a loud mouth and she was just with it, with the shits. You know what I'm saying? So we would, one of her friends called her about 2:30 in the morning on school night and said, "Hey, Michael Bivins and New Edition is up here at Denny's, and I need y'all to come up here." And at the time, Michael Bivins was signing artists, so he had ABC, he had Boyz II Men at the time, and so I knew that East Coast family thing is what was going on. So I said, my mom came and woke me up and said, "Yo, we got to get over here to Denny's." I'm like, "What's up?" She said, "Michael Bivins and them is up there. We need to go up there." I said, "Okay, let's go." So we rode up there, man. She literally had on her house. She had on like a trench coat over her pajamas. You know what I mean? So she just jumped up out the bed and we shot up there before they got out there. When we got there, I saw the crowd. They was coming out. You know what I'm saying? They was getting ready to leave actually, and they had the entourage out there, and a bunch of people in the parking lot. I froze up. I said, "Mom, I'm cool. We can go on back home." She said, "Shit, you ain't get me out here like that. You about to." So she got out the car. She walked over to him. I stayed in the car. She got out the car, walked over to him. I see her little head moving and shit. And all of a sudden, she turned around and just waved me told me to come on. So when I went over there, he said, "What you got?" I said, "I got a demo tape." So I gave him my demo tape. He said, "You think you can maybe be able to get down for some of the people out here in the parking lot right now?" I said, "Yeah." Because I did these talent shows, the people in the crowd knew the song that I was singing that I never had put out. I never had put a record out. But I did this song in the talent shows so much that God blessed me with a crowd in that parking lot that every time I got to my hook, that whole crowd sang it with me.
Man.
And he was very impressed with that. You know what I'm saying? He was impressed that I had a demo tape. He was impressed that the people in the parking lot knew my music. And about a month later, man, he called me, and I was from there. It was gone. I was in Hollywood, man.
Man, that's a phenomenal story. That's your real life, but I could just imagine that like being a movie or something. You ever thought about like doing a film or a book or
Man, we like 2 more weeks of my brain draining out, and then that script will be done.
Okay, man, I look forward to that. And shout out to
Yeah,
your
man.
mom, man. That's a blessing, man. Because everybody don't get that. Their mom don't even support, what they doing. But for her to even, like, come on, we got this. To be confident and, man, that's amazing.
She was always, I had just lost my brother prior to that to gun violence in the streets, man. So, and he was 5 years older than me. So my mom's was just pretty much like, "Yo, I gotta, he's interested in this music. I gotta get him away from these streets."
Yeah.
And she would pay for my studio time. And she, the only time that she would pay for it is if she could understand it. She said, "If I can't understand you, I'm not paying for it." So I had to make sure that I was dope. You know what I'm saying? I did major shows as MC Brainz when I was, and my mom come to some of the shows and stuff. And I get off stage and everybody be going crazy. This is full-fledged MC Brainz, platinum selling records and everything at this time. And I'll get to her and I'll say, "Mom, how did you like it?" She said, "Eh." So it was all right. But everybody else telling me it's incredible.
Going
But
crazy.
I always had her to pull my coattail and bring me down to reality, and that's where my humility come from.